Oh, okay. Wow. He was able to successfully pull the creature off of him. He doesn't completely stand up, but he sort of backs up a little bit in the darkness towards his pouch. You believe he's trying to go for his paints next. Princess Violetta emerges. She comes out and she already has a voodoo doll in her hand. She assesses the situation, faces the one closest to her, takes a pin, and then strikes the pin into the voodoo doll. This is the four-legged looking voodoo doll on its all fours, and a violet mist starts to surround. Cedric, you're up.
I would like to try to pull my polearm out. So it's a strength might. 20.
Nice!
Nice. That is enough to pull out the polearm. I will now let you, because it's a 20, I will now let you act normally.
Okay, I want to attack the one that's on top of Andrea.
Okay.
Hey, thanks, man.
19 plus a stunt.
That will hit. Yep.
Nice!
Lethal blow.
Nice.
And can I do the electricity?
Oh, yes. So, because when you use that, because Andrea was next to you and charged it a little bit with her own electricity mallet damage, instead of just doing 1d6 extra lightning damage, you'll do 2d6 extra lightning damage.
I can buff you! High five!
Yeah.
Cedric, you have a feeling that it's not just magic that can buff this. Is if you come in contact with your element, like in that form, it doesn't have to be magical in source.
Okay.
That might help a little bit. 23 points of damage.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
He
That's
was
some
angry.
sexy damage there.
You remove your polearm from the ground, and then you turn around and you strike with a loud burst of thunderous roar. The polearm itself surges with electricity as you strike into the creature. The creature starts to spasm, almost as if you can see like its skeleton, like in the cartoons.
I'm just laying under it like...
Meanwhile, back at I was gonna refer to the OK Corral, which is Haliserre's spot. The OK Corral, back at the OK Corral, or not so OK Corral.
Yeah, not doing too great, Corral.
You hear the distant sound of thunder just now. The creature that was on top of Andrea, after it stops spazzing, falls over.
On me?
Twitching. Falls over. Twitching. Yes. We'll say he falls off of you. Twitching.
Okay.
As Cedric swings, he's gonna yell out, "Get off my mage!"
Aww. Oh man.
Razakale. You see that the whip is still wrapped around her leg. You see Razakale leap on top of him, so she's riding on top of the creature, and she whips her whip around so that it first detaches from its leg and instead starts to wrap around his mouth. So now his jaw is shut, and Razakale just kind of riding on top of them, trying to keep his jaw shut. Andrea, you're up.
Okay, I'd like to stand, and I wanted to try and freeze him with my bracer.
So that's a good idea. Okay.
Try and just freeze him solid, if I could.
All right. Using what?
Huh?
Using what ability to freeze him?
I could shoot him with my arcane lance. But
Sure.
I was using in conjunction with the bracer ability.
Yep, that'll do it.
Okay.
That'll give a bolt of ice. arcane bolt or a lance of ice. That will hit.
Okay. 11?
11 damage? Alright. You are able to, your ice bolt freezes the head of the creature, clamping his jaw shut, as we'll say that Razakale jumps on top of the creature, making his head thud against the ground, and the head shatters when that happens, as like brains and eyeballs fly all every which way.
Nummy.
Razakale gets off and she looks around. You see her scanning the area immediately. Everybody roll I guess listening perception, and by every beat I mean just Andrea and Cedric, excuse me. Just Andrea and Cedric.
Okay. Is that negative perception?
Yeah.
8.
11.
Oh my goodness, guys.
I want to do the same, that makes me wonder, because I have 3 stunt points.
Okay.
So I just.
Well, presuming you'd pass the check first.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't pass the check.
Okay, that's fine.
Sorry.
Razakale, you sense is looking around, and she says, "No more. Wait." She squints her eyes. "I hear Queen," she says.
Good hearing on that girl.
She goes, yeah, her perception is really good. Razakale grabs a hold of the mage, like wraps Andrea around the waist. She takes her whip, and then you see her lash out in a tree branch in front of her. She turns towards Cedric, and she says, "Broody, be lightning," is what she says. And then she swings, taking Andrea with her. She swings in a direction. The creature's turn. Alright, things are getting really messy over here. So, the creature that Violetta hexed seems to be acting very strangely. And Violetta mutters under her breath, "It's not nice to bother one's beauty sleep." And the creature turns towards the other lizard-looking thing on top of the tent, and he actually charges that one and pounces on top of him, making an attack.
Nice.
6 plus 5, that's definitely going to hit, dealing the creature 10 points of damage. And the two creatures are now like rolling around each other, like wrestling with each other at the moment. The other one is going to continue to try to spit towards, we'll say Haliserre, because I don't think it's noticed the oven yet. That will definitely hit. Haliserre takes another 10 points of penetrating acid damage.
Why don't we lower that by 1d4?
That sounds like a good idea.
I think that's a great idea. Okay, let me just go ahead and mark that off. So, for her chant for this one, I see her doing something like, "Those who bring harm without provocation to the least of his children are hated and accursed by the Maker."
Finally, you hear a large thud, a loud thud towards towards this direction. And when you hear the loud thud, you finally hear Kenna scream. In that direction.
We hear Kenna scream in that direction?
You hear Kenna scream in the direction of the thud.
Oh dear.
Theo's going after her.
Yeah.
You know that Kenna's tent is over there, just outside
Right.
of the.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
How close can he get to Kenna's tent?
You can get pretty close. It's not that many squares away.
Like, is it there?
I'll let you, because you're on the edge. I'll reveal a little bit more.
Okay.
Oh no.
What is that?
Oh, it's a
I can't-
mommy.
It's a larger version of these lizard-like looking creatures.
That'd be the general.
Yeah. Well, he's something that's probably pretty stupid, but he's feeling very protective. So he's gonna grab a bottle of his crow poison and he's gonna smash it against its skull.
Okay. I'll say roll an attack roll, a melee attack roll.
Okay.
-2 because you're not using a weapon with this. So I'll say
Right.
-2.
So what is that like?
Whatever, I think it's a strength based. I think a melee attack is strength. So 3d6 plus whatever your strength bonus is, -2.
Oh dear, this is not gonna go well.
Worth a try.
12. That's better than
12?
it could have been.
That'll be enough. The poison takes effect, whatever it does.
It's 1d6 worth of damage. So
1d6 worth of damage.
yeah,
Okay.
it would have added to whatever damage my bow did, but you didn't use bow, so.
Okay. Are you
Uh-huh.
doing anything else?
No, they did 1 damage.
Haliserre.
We are gonna go do the exact same thing we did with Hugh. Just charge right up and try to take the attention away from my Kenna. So the charge is there. And that adds a +1 to attack.
Oh,
which
Would
is-
he have been able to have got Kenna to safety on his turn as well, or has he used all his actions?
Well, Kenna's inside the tent, and the creature's on top of the tent. So Kenna's gonna have a hard time getting out of the tent right now.
Okay. Alright, that's fine.
I did not roll particularly well. I rolled an 11 to hit.
Okay. That will miss, unfortunately.
Okay. Alright, so for a minor attack, a minor action, I think I will go ahead and I'm going to use the minor action press the attack, so basically that's I'm ready to pursue an enemy if it falls back or otherwise flees my blows, and until the beginning of my next turn. If that enemy moves, I immediately move up in direct pursuit.
Okay.
And that's what I do.
Hugh grabs his paints. He paints something. He paints a lantern.
Nice.
And you see that the tip of his paint currently has an orange paint. He goes into his paint pack again, and he replaces the orange paint with, I think what he'll use this time is blue. He'll put in blue paint. And that's just going to be his turn. Princess Violetta, she's going to see the bigger creature, and she'll say, "Ho ho ho! That's the target." She moves over here, and then she takes takes another pin, and she pins it down into the voodoo doll. This violet mist now appears on Mama, or whatever the creature is, and that's going to be her turn.
Well, Cedric is going to, I guess, try and be lightning.
Roll a magic roll.
Oh god.
Well,
12, not too bad, average. You try to focus a little bit with the adrenaline still pumping, especially with that last killing move that you did using electricity. Your body starts to shift, and everything around you starts to move in slow motion as you start to literally bolt ahead. Your body turns into a bolt of lightning, and you just go several squares in front of you. you're going to have to use up one of your 3 points, your 3 bracer points for that.
Okay.
I will say that using that, you're at least able to keep up with Razakale and Andrea, who have not arrived at the scene yet, so we're going to continue moving on. Alright. These two creatures...
While I'm going through the air, can I just
Sure.
like, wave my hands so I can see? Because I was just wondering if I could do that.
You can. You're swinging from tree to tree, like, this is very Spider-Man-like, if that makes any sense,
Yeah,
with her
okay.
whip. But you can kind of see sort of in the moonlight. The moon is up, but the trees are providing a lot of cover, so it's kind of hard to see. But your eyes are starting to adjust to the light a bit more, or adjusting to the darkness a bit more. The two creatures are still fighting with each other in the tent below, so they're keeping each other pretty occupied. First, I'm going to do another 3d6. 5. That's going to hit, dealing 7 points to this one. That one is getting upset, so it's going to use Roll a Might to try to throw the person off of it. Nope, doesn't work. So he's going to bite back. Hit. Dealing the other one 7 points of damage. The other creature is going to come in here and will try to bite at Theoben. Or no, he'll circle around. He'll circle around over here and try to spit at Theoben. What is your defense, Theoben?
13.
Hit. Theoben takes 9 points of unresistible acid damage. As for Mama, her movements are slowed slightly, so it's easier to hit her, and she has a harder time to hit you. If that makes sense.
Sure.
So she is going to try to hit, I guess Theoben's right there in front of it. Theoben was the first one who ran up to it, so I'm going to roll. That's a miss. Because it's moving a lot slower, you're able to dodge out of the way.
Okay.
Alright. Theoben, you're up.
Nice.
He's gonna ready and apply Death Root to his arrow, which I believe is 2 minor actions. So
Yep.
That's his
And
turn. Unless he can move back, but I think he's already used all his minors. So.
Yeah. Haliserre, you're up.
Okay, I am going to, of course, for my major, hit it with my sword!
Woo!
And that's a 16.
16.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay. That will hit. Especially because it's moving slower. Roll for damage.
My damage is going to be 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more like it. And then for a minor, is there any way that I can help Kenna out of the tent, or do I need to try to move Mama to let her do that by herself?
You'll have to move Mama out of the way. That's gonna be tough.
Gotcha. All right. Can I try to? Can I use my minor to at least start to try to do that?
Yes, roll a might.
Okay. Let's get over here. I think I might give you my character sheet. There you are. Strength. Okay. That is a 15.
15. Okay. It was able to oppose a 15, so you
Sure.
weren't able to move it. Hugh takes his brush. It has blue paint. He thrusts it towards the creature. A spray of ice shoots out from his paintbrush, dealing 12 points of impenetrable. 12
Nice.
points of non-penetrable damage.
Nice.
Oh,
I
huge.
rolled 2 6s there. its tail starts to turn bluish from
Good.
from the frost.
Frostbite.
Yes. Princess Violetta, turning to these three creatures. Now she takes out her needles. So the way that I picture her needles, are you familiar with Sheik from Super Smash Brothers? You know how she throws needles out?
Yeah.
So she basically takes a set of them, like a set of, we'll say, 4 of them that are like in her knuckles. They're like, and then she kind of flings them Gambit style.
Oh, cool.
So she actually is able to attack all three of the lizards at once, in a cone sort of fashion. Hit, hit, hit. She hits all 3 of them.
Very nice.
Violetta is going to move towards Hugh. Cedric, roll me another magic roll, please.
Sure. 17.
Nice.
Very
Okay,
nice.
you move even faster, enough to completely skip past Andrea and Razakale.
Yes.
You end up here.
Okay.
That is where you'll end up at the end of your turn.
Okay.
You will see this happening. Q is fighting with Violetta, and he's favoring his left leg again. Razakale is going to take some time for them to reach, to catch up with Cedric. So I'll move you guys here for the time being as a placeholder. However, I will say, Andrea, that at the beginning of your turn, while you guys will not be physically there, you will be close enough so that you can at least attack something with a range spell. They'll be within, at least the mama will be within 10 squares of you for the next turn. Alright, the creatures continue to attack. Because Violetta attacked this one, this hex is no longer in effect. So one of them is going to try to attack Theoben, and then these two are going to try. One is going to attack Haliserre, one is going to attack Violetta. Misses Violetta, hits Haliserre, hits Theoben. Haliserre takes 6 damage that you can resist, and Theoben takes 8 points of damage you can resist.
Ah. I like resistible damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
6 and 4 armor is this.
I forgot that they were being rallied by Mama, so instead of, can you please add 2 to those damages instead of, so for Haliserre it would be 8,
Right.
and for Theoben it would be 10 because they've been rallied.
Right. Okay.
Mama is going to attempt to attack Theoben, but she's still slow. Theoben, you said your hit point, your armor is what again?
My defense is 13.
13. Unfortunately, that still hits you and deals you 12 points of resistible damage.
Right.
Resistible damage.
Okay. So he's pissed and he's shooting Death Root at this thing.
Go ahead.
What?
Oh.
What?
Wow.
Oh, it
Why
misses.
don't you add an... well,
If I fail the
Well,
attack,
that-
there's not much I can do, is there?
Haliserre might, I think. Yes?
Yeah, I can give you an extra boost.
Go ahead.
Let me just make sure that that is going to be an immediate, though, because I think that the boost might not be.
The boost is, I believe,
Oh.
immediate. Because it's always on
Nice.
somebody else's turn. It's on somebody else's turn.
Gotcha. Okay, so
I think that's
yeah,
a
that
1d4.
is-
Not a
yes, it's
1d6,
gonna add.
1d4.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to roll it?
You should roll it, because you're the one that's
Okay.
giving the inspiration.
Sure.
9 plus 3.
12.
12. Okay, along with Violetta's hex, you were able to hit it with that ability.
Yay!
Yay. Okay.
So damage.
Good use of last chant point.
Thank you.
4. Okay.
Yeah. And
And
then,
then it takes some sort of effect, right?
yeah, death root effect. 1.
1, which means
That's the one where the character spends the next turn raving and attacking
Nice.
something innocuous like a tree or a
okay, or a tent,
or a
or a tent. No, it won't attack the tent. It'll attack something else. All right, Haliserre, you're up.
Let's just keep trying to kill the monster. Die. Oh, 17. Ooh, and a stun.
Okay,
Okay, so
this is Mama you're attacking.
this is Mama I am attacking.
Okay,
So the regular damage for the sword is 8 damage, and I have 5 pretty stunt points to play with.
nice.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Within 6. Is there anyone else right behind me? Why, yes, there is.
Mm-hmm.
As a warrior, I get to have the dual strike for 3 points instead of 4.
Nice.
So we are going to use that on the thing behind me as well. The test result of the original attack roll still applies to the secondary target. And then, assuming that hits the secondary, normal damage is inflicted on them as well.
So it's 8 damage to the
Mama
and who
to
else?
This one.
That one.
The one in the middle.
That will kill it.
Yay! Sweet. Okay, so that is 3, and I still have 2 left. Oh, let's have fun with this. Oh, wait a second. Now I have ability to do knock prone for 2. Could I use that on Mama to get her off the tent?
I would say yeah.
Then let's
Or
do
at least-
that.
All right, knock
do
prone. The creature gets knocked off the tent. We'll say that. We'll say that. I'll let you knock it off the tent, but not prone. Is that okay?
That's totally fine.
Okay. It's
Yeah,
off the tent.
Haliserre's looking pretty angry. She's literally down to half her hit points. She's got, I imagine, a nice smear of acid and blood on her, and she's just roaring at this thing.
Okay.
Theo's just like, yeah, go Haliserre.
Hugh's gonna move up by Princess Violetta. Let me roll. This will require precision, so I'm gonna roll an attack roll. 16. All right. Hugh puts brown paint onto his paintbrush, and then he kind of does a little bit of a squiggle in front of the creature, and basically paints a muzzle around its mouth.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
It's brilliant.
Princess Violetta looks towards Hugh again and says, why?" She says, "Why?" "So clever," she says. And then she takes another pin. She pins it into the other creature who is closest to Theobin. And the creature starts to blink, almost as if it's been blinded. His eyes actually turns white, and he blinks as if it's blinded. Cedric, you're next.
Do I have like a height? Like, am I?
Oh yeah, you're on top of a rock.
So if I move, I have the rule. If I move right here, since I have a reach weapon, can I still hit the big one? Or
I'll say since the
Or
big one is tall enough
should
that
I
you
move
can
right
hit it
here?
from there. I would move right there. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'll take a 5-foot step. I don't know if that's a thing, but then attack.
Go right
the,
ahead. 21 will definitely hit Mama.
Nice.
That'll definitely hit Mama.
And that's a stunt.
That's a stunt.
Oh yeah. Let's do. How many? 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, 4 points of stunt points.
Let's do Mighty Blow and Pierce Armor.
Okay. So that means his armor is halved.
Yes.
Go, give me your damage. Oh my gosh!
Points of damage.
Oh my gosh,
Nice.
Cedric!
Oh, so
Wow! Oh, Cedric. Alright, Mama is down. You just took Mama down, which means instead of being rallied, the other creatures are demoralized. They're demoralized. Yes.
nice.
Now
That's
that Mama's
amazing.
down. And I think that'll be your turn. Razakale and Andrea. Andrea, you can, you're within 10 squares of striking to either of the lizard creatures.
Am I? Well,
Yes.
that's wonderful. I would like to do a flame strike and hit them both.
Go right ahead.
Yes! Okay. Yay! And that
19.
hits.
That'll hit.
So, they can do dexterity acrobatics versus 18.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to do that, but we'll see. 18. Nope. And nope.
Okay, and then they take 2d6 plus 4 damage.
4 damage.
But it does also look like you stunted
Yeah,
because you
I
rolled
did.
3, 3, 5.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. So
Oh gosh.
Isn't it penetrating damage as well?
It is.
it is.
Damage.
Yeah, which is good.
Just gotta get to those magic ones, I guess.
Sure.
I'm going to make it a mighty spell.
Okay.
And skillful casting, so I can take away some mana.
All right. And the mighty spell adds damage, right?
Yeah, it's 1d6.
So add another d6 to this.
And then I take it.
5. All right.
Additional 1. Fire.
It's not like you're rolling hit points or anything, Andrea.
Well, it looks like I am, because that's what
Yeah.
I rolled.
All right. They're demoralized, so they're going to try to attack one on... the one that's trying to attack Q isn't going to be able to because it's muzzled right now. The other one is also blinded, so he's going to have a major penalty trying to hit Theoben. He's going to miss Theoben. Theoben, you're up.
Yeah. I guess he'll hit it back. 9.
Okay. Haliserre.
Okay. She will strike at the one in front of Theoben because she is right there.
Okay.
And that's a 16.
Roll for damage.
And that is an 11.
Okay. That one dies.
Alright. Since that's the attack, we've only got this one in front of Violetta
Yeah.
alive, correct?
Right.
Alright, so she's gonna use her move to maneuver around and over here. And that will do it for her.
Hugh tries to strike at the creature with his paintbrush. Violetta will try to throw several needles at the creature. They unfortunately do not manage to penetrate its tough armor.
Ooh.
Cedric, you're up. I rolled 7s. I rolled really bad for both of them.
Can I climb down?
Yeah, you can use a strength to climb down, or you can jump down.
Yeah, let's climb down. But how
Roll a
high is
strength.
it?
I would say like 6 feet. off the ground.
All right, yeah, let's climb down.
6 to 8 feet, depending on where you're standing. I'd say you're about 8 feet where you're standing right this moment. 13.
13.
Yeah, you'll be able to jump. That's a move action.
Okay.
You'll be able to jump right behind you, I guess, at this point.
Okay. I don't think that's in range. Can I do a 5-foot step and attack, or is that like?
Roll in acrobatics.
No.
No. So I would say no. You can't do that.
Okay. That's all I'll do.
Okay. Razakela and Andrea, you guys reach the stone
Okay.
where you are right now, where you're pictured right now. So, Razakale's turn will be over because she needed to spend that turn getting you to the stone. But your turn is fine, Andrea.
Okay, good job, Roskale. And I think I'll just try and shoot it with my arcane lance.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
19 will hit. Roll for
Nice.
damage.
very cool. 12?
Andrea, give us a cinematic
What?
of how you kill the last
Nice.
the last lizard thing.
Well, I land there and I kind of brush myself off, and then I go like this, and I point my wand and I just shoot it right into its mouth. And
All right.
You brush yourself off.
yeah, I brush myself off. I'm taking my time.
You shoot into its mouth, so it actually manages to penetrate right through the muzzle, down its throat, and you see the lance come out the other end, with blood trailing from it as the creature drops down. Violetta also dusts herself off too, and says, "Oh, you all are here."
Yeah, figured we'd crash the party.
Hugh turns around and says, "Cedric, you're safe."
Hugh, what's your leg?
Oh, use leg again.
And he'll offer to help support him.
I guess he'll take his arm and put it around your neck.
And he'll walk him over to like the stone so where he can like prop himself up. And then he'll call Andrea over.
Yeah, how high up am I? How high is this rock?
You're about 8 feet from the ground at the moment. The other rock here is about 6 feet off the ground.
Well, that's the same height as me, so I'll just go over there.
Hugh is going to take out the berry that he got from
Oh, yeah.
Kenna, and he will pop it. His leg instantly heals slightly, but not completely, when he pops the berry into his mouth.
Hugh, you and this leg. I'm telling you. And I'll put my hand on his leg and I'll go to heal him.
It does appear to be a habit, yes.
I guess I'll
Would
put
he-
three, I'll put 3 into it.
Would Theo recognize the berry that he took?
I think he would. I think he
6?
probably would.
I don't know if that looks
Yeah,
much
you'll be
better.
able to completely heal his leg so that it's no longer got the puncture wounds into it. Because it clearly had like a
Teeth
whole
marks.
teeth marks on it, but you managed to make it so that cleared up. Thank you.
Is that better?
That is much better.
Those berries were a good thing to have on you, Hugh.
Thank you, he says. Kenna gave them to us. They're very useful.
Is everyone else well, or?
In the meantime, Haliserre, first of all, is going to check in on Kenna to make sure she is fine.
Yes. So she's a little worse for
Slept through the
wear,
entire
but
thing.
yes, she's a little worse for wear, but she's fine.
Cool. All right. So with that, she's just gonna start gathering the bodies. She looks like hell, but she's still somehow.
She looks like
um,
hell. Hey, Hallie, you look like you could use a pat on the back. Pat her on the back and give us some healing.
I could use a lot
Go
more
ahead.
than that.
Yes, go ahead and heal her up. Use your points.
11.
Thank you. Out of character, she still absolutely looks like hell. I'm 49 for 75 right now. Like, very literally, that thing took me down.
Okay,
That's
I don't know.
more.
6 more. I'm doing nasty rolls, but...
Yeah. Well, and remember, you have a bunch of potions too.
Oh, yeah.
So.
If Theo gets the chance to kind of study the bodies, does he know what they are?
Roll a nature check, cunning.
16? Understand?
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. These are a breed of, I believe they call them Vargests, which you know are descended from wyverns, is how I think you pronounce it.
Yep.
And this is a type that are found in forests.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say curious because they're in the Western Approach.
Yeah. That's more of a desert. That's a desert breed. This is more of a forest breed, and they're known for having poisonous saliva. It helps them start digesting their food prior to actually consuming it into their mouths.
Oh, good.
Can I make a poison out of that stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's gonna start like scraping the acid stuff from its mouth. He's got his little gloves on.
Yeah. Is the 16 your poison roll, or do you have to?
Oh, let me do poison.
Yeah, roll up. Yeah.
I would like to follow up.
20.
I'm sorry.
You'll be able to make 4 doses of a type of poison. I'm gonna say that
Oh yeah.
with this type of poison, you can either make a type that is it crows that adds another d6 of damage.
Yeah, that's right, crows.
You can either make that type of poison, or you can make another type of poison that is more roofie-like, puts people to sleep. If they're put into somebody's drink, it puts them to sleep.
Ooh.
Knocks them out. You can make either or, any
Oh,
combination.
so I can't do like a bit of both.
You can have a bit of both. You can do like 2 and 2, or 1 and 3, or 3 and 1.
Okay.
So either damage or date rape. Damage or date.
Let's find out what kind of person Theo is.
Yeah.
That takes me all the way back to session 0. Hi, Cedric.
Oh god. Wow.
Oh goodness. All right. I'd like to holler up to Raz and just see if there's any more around. Do you see any more, Raz?
Raz is going to stay perched up on the rock, and she's going to be surveying the area. And then after about 30 seconds, she'll say, "No one left. Safe."
Thank you, Raz.
"Broody, very flashy," she says as she walks over to where Cedric is.
Yes. He'll just like kind of awkwardly laugh.
"What is this about Cedric flashing?" Violetta says.
Only when he's in a box.
"I beg your pardon?" Violetta says.
I was just poison pox. Yeah.
Poison box.
Right.
Just something that I picked up in my adventures that come in handy every once in a while. No need to be worried.
"No, I didn't say I was worried, darling," Violetta says.
Ah. Well, I'm glad you're not worried. Now, I'm glad to see everyone's doing okay.
Haliserre's actually just digging through her pack. She ends up only coming up with like a stamina potion. She looks affronted.
I can do more healing if you want. I've got that ability.
I found more poison. He's doing a little happy dance.
I wouldn't want to drain you for the evening, but if you have a potion, I might accept that. I'll trade you.
I wouldn't be drained.
Then I will accept.
I have plenty of mana. I can help.
Okay.
Thank you.
16.
Yeah.
She's looking
Please.
much better.
Please keep in mind that when you sleep, you do not automatically heal up to full health or to full mana. There are rules as to how much mana or health you regenerate after a sleep. So just keep that in mind, please.
Yes. All right. So that she after that last one, Haliserre nods quietly and just thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, Violetta says, now that we're together, perhaps we should remain that way for the rest of the night?
Agreed.
There's still room. There's plenty of room in my tent, she says with a smile. Hugh says, I may take you up on that offer, all things considered, he says, looking down at his leg.
I got my poison.
That would be nice, but all of my stuff is back at our camp. I think just for this night, I will stay over there.
You shouldn't stay by yourself.
I'll go with him.
All right.
I'll go too, Hugh says.
Okay.
Then thank you for your help. I will tend to the bodies.
Yeah, we've got some bodies over there that probably need tending to as well.
Do you need me to come with?
Oh no, I can handle it. Thank you, though.
Hugh goes over and picks up the lantern that he drew, or that lantern that he painted, and he says, shall we be off?
Be safe.
Sure. I'll see you. We'll see you in the morning.
Well, once Theo's done with the bodies, she's going to make sure that they are tended to, and yeah, she's even going to say a prayer over them.
Why do you do that?
Every life has a meaning. It doesn't matter what it is. Every person, I believe, has a bond. And none so intimate as the taking of one life. That needs to be honored and respected. That is why.
All right, I can't argue with that. Good night, Haliserre.
Good night.
As we're walking back, Cedric would talk to Andrea and ask if she is okay, because she got kind of tackled by one of those things.
Admittedly, I am in a lot of pain, but it's all right. I'm fine.
Maybe you should do some of that healing on yourself.
All right.
I'm sure Kenna might be able to get you some of her berries as well. She kept some for herself.
That's true.
I'll spend 2 mana and heal myself. Just 2. I don't need. I don't need a lot of healing, but I don't have a lot of health in the first place, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, heal thyself.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty close to full, almost.
Okay.
The rest of the night goes without an event. You guys will pack up. I'm assuming that you're going to get back together as a full group just to make this easier.
Yes.
Roll a perception hearing.
14 with a
11.
stunt.
15 with a stunt. What? I think that's my best perception yet.
Well, you guys are walking relatively still early in the morning. You start hearing the sound of hooting. Hoo, Who?
Do you hear an owl? It's just
Who is she asking?
anybody.
Who are you asking?
Like, I don't know where I am in the group, but I'm gonna be like, I hear an owl. Does anyone else hear an owl?
Nope.
The hooting?
It's like, and I do it back.
Cedric, when Andrea mentions the owl, you heard it as well, and you kind of look in the direction of where it's from, and you do see a small tree with what appears to be a barn owl perched on it. Its head is turned not quite 360, but it's turned about 270, I guess, towards you guys' direction. It looks like it seems to be watching you all coming down the path.
Look, I'll point out the owl to Andrea. Look, I'm pretty sure that's in the north.
Everybody can then look towards the tree that the owl is perched onto.
Sure.
When the owl looks towards your direction, it flaps its wings slightly, not because it's going to attack you. It's just like it's almost like it's stretching a little bit, and then it continues hooting. Hoo,
Hi,
hoot.
owl.
Haliserre, this owl looks familiar to you.
Squint. Acorn.
Hoot, hoot.
Acorn.
Acorn, Razakale says, and she looks up at the owl. Cute owl. The owl flutters its wings a little bit, and she kind of flies. I wouldn't say he kind of flies up in the air just slightly, and then lands back down onto the tree that it's resting on.
She, of course, is going to take a look at the tree it's resting on.
Violetta says, "You know this owl?"
You
An
friends
old
with an
friend.
owl?
It takes all types. Somebody else spoke with a fox, as I recall.
Yep, at this point I'm willing to believe anything.
So we care what the owl says then.
Only if there's a reason for the owl to be around.
You're weirding me out. Whoa. It's an owl.
You're welcome to move on. This is a friend. It's a long story.
Is it supposed to be an owl? Or is it like
Yes.
in disguise or something?
It is as much of an owl as an owl can be. And she's already walking towards it.
You go up towards the owl and the tree that it's on, and what do you do, Haliserre? The owl is looking down towards you. It's just watching you curiously, which it normally does when it sees you.
Well, yeah. Just double checking the tree is the tree is the tree.
The tree looks familiar as well. Yes.
Then she will go ahead and place a very gentle and one might even suggest loving hand on the tree.
You place a gentle hand on the tree, and to, I would say, everybody's surprise, the tree starts to shake. At first you're wondering if the tree is shaking because of the wind, but then its branches start to move and stretches out almost like in a yawning fashion. There's a knothole in the tree that sort of opens up like a mouth, and you hear...
Yes, Cedric's gonna pull out his weapon.
This is what the tree looks like when it...
Oh my god.
The owl on top of the tree seems unfazed. It doesn't seem to be frightened by the fact that all of a sudden its home is moving. The tree kind of rubs its eyes, which is basically two holes in its bark that starts to glow blue, and looks down and says, Haliserre.
Yeah, she's this is the only tree she's ever gonna absolutely hug shamelessly.
The tree sort of wraps his arms gently around you and says, You've returned to the Wending Wood.
Circumstances have been strange, old friend.
Hoo,
You're good? You're good?
I'm good, he says. How long are you staying here in the Wending Wood this time?
Not long. We may be back, but we were here for a mission.
Violetta is, I think Violetta, she tilts her head for a little bit, with her jaw slightly agape a little bit. And Hugh is looking at it very curiously, and Razakale has her whip out because she doesn't trust it.
Yeah, Cedric's with Razakale. He has his weapon out because he doesn't trust it.
How is everyone else reacting to this tree that's moving around?
Theo's like, stuck.
I should specify, by the way, that this tree is young, so it's not uber large. I guess it would be just taller than Esbjorn if Esbjorn was up on its hind legs, towering just above Esbjorn. So not a huge ginormous tree, but anyway.
He's just not one to judge on face value, so this tree's just yawned and spoke to Haliserre, so he's just kept his cool, pretty much.
Haliserre is gonna pull back from the hug and kind of look around because I'm sure there's gonna be some interesting reactions, and sure enough, there's a polearm and a whip out.
You have friends, Haliserre. I didn't know you had friends other than that one you spoke about before.
Hi.
There are many friends. There are many souls to link together, some in friendship, and some more, and some less.
I see.
She's saying that towards the others with steely gaze, like, you're
I'm
not
sorry.
coming towards my friend.
Sort of like me and Acorn.
That's right, sort of like you and Acorn. My friends, please allow me to introduce... Well, this, she says, pointing to the strange tree, is Owlett, and this, she says, pointing to the owlet, is Acorn. And they are very dear friends of mine.
Princess Violetta says, the tree is named Owlett?
Yes.
Okay.
He liked
She
the
says-
name, and so he has the name.
So,
I see.
Right. Okay.
He is not going to harm you,
Alright.
and you are not going to harm him.
Alright. It's just.
All right.
The Owlett says, pleased to meet you, friends of Haliserre.
hi, Owlett.
He kind of waves a little bit. You hear a slight creak in his bark as he waves with his arm.
How's it
Cedric.
hanging?
Cedric slowly stands down. He still has his polearm out, but it's not like threatening in any manner, and he'll say, "Hello, Owlett."
He bows his head slightly. Hello, I am Owlett. What is your name?
Cedric.
Cedric. What a strange name.
As you can imagine, my friend does not get out very often.
I do not
Yeah.
understand why. Humans tend to enjoy spending most of their time indoors. I do not understand.
Well, not all of them have as well protected a skin as yours, my friend.
He smiles a little bit. Owlett at this point has started to shut its eyes, and it seems to doesn't really care about what's going on right now, and it's starting to snooze because it's about its bedtime right now.
No.
Haliserre, have you seen Old Tangerine yet?
Not since arriving here. I was about to ask you if you were with him still, or if you had taken a walk. What brings you to me?
I am, he says. He should be coming back any time now based on the positioning of the sun. If you wish to wait for a moment, he should be coming back soon. I'm sure he would be very happy to see you.
And I'd be very happy to see him. She turns a critical eye to her companions. This is a very old friend of mine. I would love to be able to spend some time with him. If you wish to continue on, I will meet you. But if you stay, you will be made privy to... Well, I suppose the largest secret is my friend here. But I would ask that you honor that, and these people mean a great deal to me. Please do not put me in a position of protecting them over you.
Oh wow.
That is all I ask.
This sounds familiar. I'll go with Haliserre.
Oh, yeah. I'm fine with Haliserre, Princess Violetta says.
Thank
He
you.
will nod. Razakale still doesn't trust the tree, but she's not going to attack it.
Thank you.
She kind of turns towards, I guess, we'll say that Razakale's closest to Broody. She kind of leans towards Broody and says, "Tree not supposed to talk."
Yeah, it scared me at first as well.
Trees looking at me. I not like tree looking at me.
You don't want to
So
upset
cute.
Queen, so I had to lower your guard.
Ooh, yes. Queen seem very close to tree. You think tree, queen's king.
I don't think so, no.
Is queen secretly tree or bush, and we not know?
Those are all valid questions. but
She
I don't
rubs her
know.
chin. Her skin almost look as brown as bark. As she rubs her chin.
I'm running on the assumption that I'm too smitten with Owlett right now to overhear the conversation.
I think that was Haliserre's unknown secret. She's secretly a tree.
She's secretly a
Yeah,
tree.
Oh gosh.
What manner of friends are they?
Well, we have, of course, Owlett, and we have Acorn, and we have my dear friend, Old Tangerine. He is an elf, and he is a bit of a hermit,
Yes.
but
Alright.
they are of no threat to you.
Okay.
Right.
Theo's gonna whisper to Haliserre. You mentioned a Sevion.
Oh,
That
he's so cute.
isn't Sevion Hannick by any chance?
You know Sevian Hannock.
Briefly, he came to my shop in Orzammar.
How long ago?
How long ago was it, Hark?
I would probably say at least he arrived shortly before you ended up in this adventure, so maybe it's been about a week almost a week, not quite a week,
Oh boy.
within the last week.
Almost a week ago, he was visiting our King Kine.
What did he want?
He said that he was going to be a potential future king of Ferelden.
Oh, did he?
I'm guessing that's bad.
Yes, that is very bad.
Right.
Do you know where he's going?
Oh, he asked to see the king. I pointed him to the palace district. The king wasn't there, and he left. That's the extent of my knowledge, I'm afraid.
No, that's fine. Thank you for letting me know.
Is he wronged you?
If it was just me, it would be something to forgive. He's wronged a lot of people and cost a lot of lives. And I am sorry, but if I see him again, his blood will be on my hands immediately.
So you're not a fan?
No, I am not a fan.
Okay. I wish I could tell you more. I just don't know. He was in Orzammar a week ago, so he couldn't have got far from Ferelden.
All right. Thank you.